Hello, WEHA listeners. This is Lisa Diane Hall, General Sales Manager here at WEHA 88.7 and 100.3 FM, where we have gospel and we have talk. We'd like to thank you for listening and sincerely appreciate your continued support over the last 10 years. Thanks to all of you, WEHA is now a 2-time Stellar Award-winning gospel radio station with a recording studio right here in your local community. As the newly appointed General Sales Manager, it is my goal to share my 20 years of experience in broadcasting and marketing with your church, business, or organization. I am pleased to announce WEHA's new community branding partnerships, where you have the opportunity to be heard on all of WEHA's platforms, including 2 FM bands, WEHAWeHaveGospel.com, and all of WEHA's social media pages, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. WEHA is currently seeking new Sunday morning programming and new talk shows. For more information or to arrange a WEHA studio tour, you can reach me, Lisa Diane Hall, at WEHA Studios at 609-641-8870. That's 609-641-8870. WEHA is Christ-centered, community-focused, and listener-supported.
Praise the Lord, everybody. We got a message to encourage you and let you know.
Gospel 88.7 WEHA. It's more than music. It's ministry.
Praise the Lord, everybody. We got a message to encourage you and let you know that no matter what you're going through, there's still glory coming, and it's coming after this. Clap your hands, come on. Hallelujah. We want to encourage you tonight. Come on, YP, sing it. There will be glory.
There will be glory after this.
Hallelujah. And there will be victory.
There will be victory after this.
Say, God will turn it around.
God will turn it around.
He will bring you out.
He will bring you out.
There will.
There will be glory after
Now
this.
clap your hands if you believe it. There will be glory.
There will be glory after this.
Hallelujah. There will be victory.
There will be victory after this.
Tell them, God will move.
God will move for you.
All you gotta do is praise Him.
Give Him the praise He's due.
And there will.
There will be glory after this.
Now listen to this. God will move in your situation.
God will move
In.
in your situation.
And He will heal.
He will heal.
When the doctors give you
The
up.
doctors give you up.
He's Jehovah Jireh. He provides.
He provides.
In the midst of recession.
In the midst of recession.
Just have faith in Him.
Have faith in Him.
He will come through.
He'll come through.
Come on, clap your hands. There will be glory.
There will be glory after this.
Oh, I'm feeling that tonight. There will be victory.
There will be
All right. Great Gratitude Thursday. It's your girl, Lisa Thomasell and Julie Farmer. We are back. It's Thursday. Hey, say hey, Julie.
Hey.
That's right. Bring some energy. You know, they need some energy.
That's
You know,
right.
that song was on purpose. Like, let's give thanks to God for, like, giving us some glory, even in the midst of the trials. You know, this may seem like there's some concerns. I know people have concerns. I know we didn't this COVID-19. It's been all over the news. You know, unfortunately, just take a moment to give honor to even those who have passed on. You know, and those that loved ones have passed on as a result of this virus. But also, I want to give honor to God for those who have been diagnosed and are still making it through. You know, we want to be able to recognize them as well, you know, because there is still living amongst all this that's going on. So I am so grateful today. And I stand today, as I did last week, Y'all didn't see me last week, but I stand today because I decided I was going to stand up for something. You know, I was going to stand up for faith.
Amen.
I was going to stand up for there's victory in the midst of this storm.
That's right.
So I decided that I'm going to stand up for this. Like I'm going to stand up for God and saying and knowing that all is well. So whatever you may be going through, whatever challenges you may think you're having, it's just a 2 millimeter shift. We can make a 2 millimeter shift within ourselves and decide that this too shall pass. I don't have to fall prey nor be a victim to all of that's going on outside of me, but I can choose to celebrate and have victory inside of me. So, you know, as Julie always do, I don't know, I was talking, as Julie always do, she's going to let us know what's our reason for being here.
Well, again, we're here on this Thursday, starting at 5 o'clock. We are sponsored by Jakarta. That's the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse, and we are the Atlantic City Municipal Alliance.
Yeah.
Now, this portion of the Municipal Alliance is the Atlantic City Community Awareness Program, and we're here just to bring you some great information, not just information on drug and alcohol and tobacco abuse and use. We want to, I like there's going to be victory after this because we want to talk about the victory after this. You know, we're going to give you some information to help you through this thing. And Lisa got a whole lot of stuff, and I can't wait to get her started. And we, you know, hopefully we'll have a special guest coming on. But in the meantime, we just got to have hope. You know, it's a little challenging out there right now. I'm fortunate because I'm still working. I work at Second Baptist Church, so I still go in the office and, you know, do what I have to do to bring information to our members, our congregation, and people that aren't our members that, you know, want to get a good word. You know, we do a YouTube and a Facebook Live for our Bible study and our services so that we can bring hope. And that's why we're still showing up at the radio station because Lisa said, no, we got to keep doing this. We got to keep going.
That's
we got to
right.
keep bringing some hope,
That's right.
some peace, some joy,
That's
some
right.
faith
That's
to
right.
those out there who are listening. So, you know, you can see us live on my Facebook page. You can see us live on the Atlantic City Municipal Community Awareness page.
That's
and
right.
by next week, you'll be seeing us on Lisa's page. And she'll tell you about that, too. Because I know she got some folks watching, too. And
Yes.
we're on the We Have Gospel Facebook page, too.
That's
so
right.
I want to
That's
give
right.
it back to Lisa, and I'll come back a little bit later on.
Yes. You know, I don't know why Julie likes to say she's coming back. Like she acts like she's going somewhere. She's going to remove herself from the building,
No.
and she'll return. But you know, she's going to continue on in the conversation because that's what we're going to have today: a conversation. We're going to talk about, you know, stress and coping in this time. Listen, nobody's exempt from anything.
No.
Nobody's exempt. It doesn't matter what position you have. It doesn't matter what position you don't have. Nobody's exempt from stress and finding alternative ways of coping. And sometimes that alternative way may be, people may logically think if you're into substances, like I need to get high, or I need some wine, or I need something to fulfill me. You know, I think I even mentioned it last week. I remember me and my oldest son going to the grocery store, and he has 6 children, and so I said, "You're going to buy all this groceries?" And they're going to eat it all. I said, and they're going to eat it all faster because they're going to eat out of boredom. And so, and I'm grateful, like, because I purposely chose what I selected consciously what I was going to put into my house, because I said if I buy a bunch of ice cream and I buy a bunch of snacks and stuff, I'm going to eat them. So
Yes.
it's just going to happen. And but I decided to buy more fruits and some vegetables and stuff, and just so I could be conscious of what I put into me and understanding, like, this has been such a great time, even for myself, right? Because we all go through challenges. Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. You may be asking God, like, why is this all happening? And right now, you may not even be able to see clear as to like why is this all happening. But like I know for myself, I look at after going through the challenges, after going through a little period of like, you know, ah, I'm not going to be good for no as a therapist because I got to get myself together first, right? You know, there's this thing called PFA, and it's called psychological first aid.
Okay.
And so, and what that really means, like, and just, you know, just keeping it really simple, it's like taking brain breaks, taking time for yourself. Then, you know, if you, it's I'm not going to sit here and say, don't listen to the news, don't, you know, because then I know that people will say, well, you got to be informed, you got to know what's going on in the world. Yes, absolutely. Keep doing that, but also take a break. Take a break because that starts to impact your body. You know, I know for myself, as I was watching, you know, some things about the virus and all that stuff, I started to get fearful. You know, in the beginning of all this, I started kind of getting a little fearful because everything, it seemed like there was a floodgate of viruses. You know, even like regular little TV shows that I've watched, I've seen something about a virus. And I'm like, good gracious, this has been going on for a long time, right? So I started to get scared. But then I said, listen, I have, and then I went through the withdrawal of it all. Like I had to totally unplug. I had to unplug from like listening to it, being so consumed with it, right? Watching things on Facebook and hearing all kind of things going on, and oh my goodness, the death tolls, like it's like we hear about the death tolls. There's people living also. There's
Yeah.
people that are making it through. Like I remember in the beginning hearing about people dying within like 24 hours or so, and then and very seldom do you hear about the people who's actually living. So
Yeah,
it's
they're
about
not having that conversation.
yeah. So then I started saying like, you know what? God gave me this miraculous body, right? To be able to determine what I want to put in it. And that's not just the foods that we eat, but that's the messages that we constantly hear all around us. Whether it's the people you're talking to. Sometimes I have to, you know, I had a client one time. I went to their home, and we was talking about it. And I just kind of wanted to just gauge how she was doing with it all. And we talked about it for about 5 minutes. And she said, "Okay, Miss Lisa, that's enough." I loved it. I loved it. I loved the fact that she was able to have a conversation about it, but also be able to know her limits and say, nope, okay, I'm done with that conversation. And sometimes we have to do just that. We have to be able to say to people, okay, very good. Let's talk about something else.
It's so funny that you say that because sometimes when I'm talking about it, when I hear that silence, then I want to shift and say, you know what? It's time to talk about something else because you can hear in the silence from the other party that they don't want to hear it. They've heard it enough. So you try to shift it, but when I shift it, I try to be more uplifting,
That's right.
you know, and I try to change it to something like, okay, well, let's talk about this because this is some good stuff.
Yes,
you know?
yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, look, there's some great things happening in the world. You know, there's some connections being made. Last Friday. I was at a young lady's 40th birthday party, virtually. Like we celebrated that it was the bomb. Couldn't believe it. She had a 40th birthday party virtually. Like so many friends and family gathered on Zoom and connected, and she was dressed up and she had decorations in her home, but like we all celebrated in that. And like so there's so many little things that people are doing, so many little things that's making big impacts on people, you know, like connecting with your family, whether it's through Zoom. Like I didn't know Google had so many like hangouts. I didn't know they had hangouts.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I thought it was just an email source. So to find out that like you can hang out with folks on Google,
On Google, yeah.
amazing, amazing. And like, listen, I was just telling as I was coming in today. I was talking to, you know, hopefully our guest speaker. I was talking to her earlier, and I was saying, you know, this is like treatment. Treatment is even so accessible to people. You know, sometimes people are a little anxious and don't want to go into buildings, and because of the stigma or whatever their reasons are. Sometimes when you're venturing out into a new endeavor, like, it doesn't have to be, sometimes when we're in judgment mode, we can say, oh, you can go out here and buy drugs, but you act like you scared to walk in the building when you're trying to get some help, right? But listen, just remember the time when you embarked on a new adventure. How comfortable was it for you?
Not very.
How comfortable when you got a new job? How comfortable was it for you to walk into that building or walk into that room and not knowing, am I going to be able to do this? So that's the same thing with people who are seeking treatment. There's a process of going into a place, and there's a process sometimes of uncertainty, and not, like, oh my goodness, is this going to work for me again this time? Or somebody who's initially going in, is this going to really work for me? Like, what is sitting around a bunch of people going to do to help me stop using a substance, or stop drinking, or stop doing whatever it is that we do to alleviate the pain? Because there's something that we want to eliminate. There's something we want to reduce. There's something that we want to not experience. So this is a time right now. This is a phenomenal time where they're doing virtual treatment.
Yes.
Just like the medical profession is doing telehealth. Doing telehealth, we have people doing virtual meetings, like 12-step meetings, like whether it's Smart Recovery, NA, AA, like virtually.
What's incredible is when this all ends, they should still have their meetings, but continue to do the virtual meetings also, because some people can't get out. Some people live too far to get to a meeting, and they can go based on their need right then. They don't have to wait, like, oh my goodness, I got to wait till this meeting in my town. They can drop in on another meeting, because I tell you, even with the church, I'm watching so many different services. It's amazing. It's like, okay, I can go all kinds of churches all during the day.
Yeah.
But I'm looking to hear from our guest speaker.
That's right.
I guess.
Did you just stop what you were saying?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I
all
come
right,
back to
right.
that.
That's
I
right.
can come
That's right.
back.
So, we want to include into our conversation none other, for those who may not know her, a phenomenal young woman from, and right now she's residing in North Carolina, but she's originally from the Camden County area. But she's here live. She's not live. She's here virtual. Yeah, virtually via telephone. And we have none other than Miss Sally Marks.
Hi,
Hey.
Auntie Sally.
How are you all? Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Julie.
Hi. I'm so excited to hear your voice.
Oh, that is so true. I'm good to hear your voice too. I was telling Lisa I thought I'd call in, but I had to stop and get a cheesesteak first. Girl, this virus just had me eating. Are y'all eating a lot?
Whew, yes.
No,
I'm
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not eating as much as I used to.
See, my problem is I would be fine if I lived alone, but I live with my daughter, and she brings all these snacks and all this other stuff, so she gets so mad at me, but I turned into my mother, Loretta Farmer, so if it's in the refrigerator, it belongs to us.
I know that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot. I was cooking a lot, but, I cooked for about 3 days in a row, and that was enough for me. Now I find myself wanting to go, oh, it's ridiculous. But anyway, how's everybody doing, though, with the being quarantined?
Well, as you see, we're in the radio station right now, but we're keeping our distance. We have that we're 6 feet apart. But as far as like spirit wise, I'm like at peace. I'm at such a peace, and I just feel like really good. I know we talk and we talk anyway, so of course I talked about like the roller coaster ride, or not, I'm not even going to say it's the roller coaster ride. It's just the process of processing when you're undergoing, like the nation is going through what some would say a traumatic experience.
Yes.
So how does one deal with trauma? To be quarantined and to have some uncertainties and concerns. First, it starts off with like some disbelief, and then the process of like, oh wow, this is really happening. People have lost their jobs. So there's been some significant changes. But today we just wanted to really talk about how are you making the adjustments? How do one make adjustments to un, changes that have been unforeseen?
Right. I get that. And I think that you're correct in saying that. I mean, I can relate to you saying that we go through changes because at first I was like, oh, okay, hmm, it's not that bad. Is it that bad? And then it went from that to, oh wow, to to yesterday where I was really upset yesterday. And and of course I was watching there's this guy I like to watch on CNN and Chris Como. And when he said that he was sick, and I kept watching him and watching him, and it just really bothered me that he was affected as well as all the other people that's been affected. But for some reason, that really bothered me and the reality of it. And I started praying about it. I started screaming about it. Like, God, what's going on? What's really happening? Why are you allowing this to go down like this? And to a place where today, when I woke up, I was at peace.
Hmm.
No, and but I had to go through that. So sometimes I know people feel like, oh well, I have faith in God and everything's going to work out, and I know that, and you're absolutely right. They have so many videos with people at church and pastors preaching, and I tell you the truth, I didn't even want to hear it. I wanted to hear from the Spirit myself, and I think that that's kind of what's happening. We're being drawn to not rely on other people's relationship, but our own relationship
That's
with the
right.
God of our understanding. That's what I believe. We can't go to the church doors are not open for obvious reasons, and but the church is in us and in our hearts and in our homes. I mean, this is my sanctuary. My home is my sanctuary, and I've known it for a while. And now everybody is beginning to see that this is where I come and I talk to my God and I get real with Him. Because you know what, Julie and Lisa, we all gonna die, whether it's from this
Yes,
or
yes.
car accident or drive-by shooting or drug overdose. Where we all leaving here.
That's right.
So it reminds me of the importance of uh, of my soul. At the risk of sounding churchy, if you will. But when I started hearing the gospel um, for myself, other than growing up in the church, that what the pastor taught that day that drew me to get saved was, what if I gained the world and lost my soul?
Mm.
Hmm.
And I like, wow, what? Because I always worked 2, 3 jobs. Always it was about making that money.
Mm.
You know, got to get that money. Then when he preached that, I was like, yeah. And that's kind of what's happening. What if we can have all the things that we want in the world, but doesn't save our soul? You know what I'm saying? It
That's right.
doesn't say what's going to happen to us. I just want to leave here in peace.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
That's right.
So what I decided, what I started doing was I told you all about the book that's coming out in the end of June, called Destined to Win, and I have a chapter in there called Healing Within,
That's
which is going to be really good. I mean, the book is going to be good because it's comprised of 20 women that have experienced real things in life and are now either in a ministry or whatever they are, and that they won the war. They had been molested and foster care, all kinds of things. It's really going to be an awesome book. But the thought came to me to write a book that's dedicated to my children and grandchildren and my posterity. And that book is going to be called "What a Beautiful Journey."
Ooh, okay.
And and I want to talk about how beautiful life has been, not always the other things, because I want my children, great grandchildren, all of them going forward to know Sally.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's just this is a time right now that you see a lot of families coming together more, spending as much quality time as possible, and being creative with how they do it. So whether it's people are there, face to face within a home, a specific home, or if they're just FaceTiming or virtually doing Zoom or whatever, just being able to expand themselves and connect with that thing that matters. It's so amazing. Like, I love what you said. Like, it's so amazing how the material things don't become as important during this time as how we're feeling, like how we're dealing with stuff, and how our loved ones are experiencing things. I know, for my mom, she always been having concerns, for myself, and if I shut down and stuff, like, what's going on and everything. But being able to make a connection, even in those times, like, there's going to be times where you'll feel like I just don't know, and that's the beauty. That's the beautiful spot. When I was watching something the other night, and what I was observing is how transformations happen. That sometimes it takes for you to feel like it takes for you to feel like you're in a dark space. And then you start asking and seeking greater understandings far beyond the space within that you're within. So you start asking God, like, why is this happening? What's going on? And then floods of revelation start to come down. Like, what if you just looked at life and saw it as life has always been working for you?
Oh yeah.
Life has always been happening for you. Like, even in the midst of, like, we say, yeah, I made it through, but we're always making it through. We're always conquering, and we're always like, and sometimes the suffering happens because of the way we think about it. We keep constantly reliving an event that starts to make us, like, physiologically respond to it. We start getting sick and depressed, and mentally depressed and anxious, and panic attacks, and all these things, all these buildups and all these piles ups. But we came on. We decided, like, we could have did this virtually. We could have did it from home. It was presented in the beginning, like, oh, you want to do it from home? I could have just sat on my couch and just started talking to everybody. And then I was like, absolutely not. That's not what we doing. We're going in this radio station, because we just want to be a voice of hope. That's always been the process. That's always been our intention, just to be the voice of hope.
Yes, yes. You know, for me, I've been blessed throughout this whole thing. I'm still working, so I still get up in the morning just like I normally do, Monday through Friday, and I go into the church. And one of the things that I'm truly blessed with is we do the live feeds at my church, and my pastor, Pastor Collins A. Days, I always have to say his name, Collins A. Days Sr., he said, you know what, he wants to keep it as normal as possible. So we do our service from the church, and he puts on his suit on Sunday as if we're there, and we have our minister of music and our members, and actually we get more views now than we've ever had, when we were doing it well before this happened. We went from 300 to 500 views now to 1,400, 2,000 views, and we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So people want the word, and I think out of this we'll have so many more people, who become Christians and who believe in God. But for me, now I have people checking up on me. I have people, calling the church to make sure that I'm okay, and encouraging me, and telling me that everything is going to be okay. And I wasn't getting that before. I would get my regular, Charmaine Gunsagari, Lisa Thomaselle, my friends who would call. But now I have so many more people who are saying, Julie, so how are you doing? And thank you for being there. Thank you for being on the end of the phone when I call. Because, people are afraid, okay, is this going to be our new normal? Are they going to open the church doors? And yes, the church is in us. But are we going to be able to gather again? And I'm so glad that, we can at least bring it to our members and even people who are non-members. We get people from other churches that are checking us out. And we're going to do on Sunday, Communion Sunday, we're still going to do communion. But we're going to do it, you're going to do it from your couch.
That's right.
Some juice and a cracker, some juice and some bread. We don't have to change what we're doing. We can make it better. So
You're going to do juice and bread from the couch?
well, I'm going to do juice and bread
Okay.
from the from the church because I do the live feed. That's my norm is still my norm. It's just not a whole lot of people there. But we're going to do it. But what we talked about this last week. What I got out of this, and what I'm getting out of this is I'm being challenged to do more than I've ever done before. I'm doing some new things that I would always call on someone else to do, and now I'm like, let me explore this and see how far I can get with it.
That's right.
So my
That's
brain
right.
is being expanded.
That's right.
Those chambers of my brain are being used.
That's right.
So
That's
I
right.
appreciate, and I love that. I love what I'm getting out of it. Praise God.
Praise God.
Yes,
Praise God. This is a wonderful time. Once again, I'm going to say this. This is a wonderful time to be alive. All those things that we have intellectually known, we're now being given the opportunity to practice. So you can intellectually know faith. You might be able to talk about it. You may be able to when your job is in place, and I know I've always had faith when I could look at my bank account and it was comfortable for me. I could always say I have faith when I was in a great position or I had my job. But these are the time of great faith. Where you may feel a little uncomfortable because you might not know. But and I'm grateful for it at this time, being involved in two companies that I'm able to still work from home. And ways are being made. But like this is also the great time to expand yourself and be creative.
Yes.
Like your gift is waiting for somebody.
Yes.
Your gift is just sometimes we're looking for a hero. Sometimes we're looking for a shero. Sometimes we're looking for something outside of ourselves to elevate us. But like somebody's waiting for you to be the example of that elevation.
Yes.
Maybe what if you're the role model that somebody's waiting for? You just need to this is not a great time that okay, you can explore and go through the emotions that we all go through, because we go through them. Even as a professional, even as a therapist, and I had to take, even myself, I retreated for a couple of weeks. Like I wasn't calling clients and doing all that stuff because I had to I was the client. I had to get my own bearings together. And I knew I wouldn't have been no help to running out there trying to help everybody else.
Yes.
Go ahead. You was gonna say something?
Yeah, totally. Like being honest with yourself about, how you are and how you feel. Because that's what happened yesterday. I just was so outdone with everything. So, but the other part of it is my sinuses was bothering me. And I think deep down in there, I was wondering, is this the virus? The virus.
And it is allergy season, so yes.
And then I went to a friend of mine who she makes these little products that are natural. I said, girl, my sinuses are messing up. I need something. She gave me something, and she said, Sally, try it. It'll work. And I tried it, and oh my goodness! Now if I said, oh, it's not the virus, but this wouldn't work if it was the virus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the depths of me, I was wondering.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are people who are with the pollen and all that's going on. Like, is this it? Is this it? No, I'm not going to do my mind like that. I can't do that because I about went crazy yesterday, thinking getting mad and all that. No, come on. But what's in us is coming out. Because I always say little things. You know how Lisa and you and Julie and I have these little sayings that we say, and it becomes necessary to apply it to ourselves, like change your
Absolutely.
thinking, change your life. Because
Absolutely.
you can make yourself sick.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely.
The mind is so powerful.
That's right.
You'll be. Have you seen situations where women have said they were pregnant
Mm.
and swelled up like they was pregnant and looked like they were about to deliver a baby and nothing.
Nothing.
But their minds literally had them look like they were pregnant and feel a baby in them and all that. Our minds are absolutely awesome.
That's right.
So use it for our good,
Mm-hmm.
for our good, and change the world that we're in. I can't change the whole wide world, but I sure can help with the people that come before me and give them words of encouragement. That's what I can do.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about meditation, and like this morning I got up and and I'm part of a group that, we meditate, and it was so invigorating. Just to the simple things when we're just breathing in, because we're an energy field. We have a whole energy system within us. And so when you start making that connection to like for me, I'm like, how can I elevate my vibrational, my energy that can send out vibrations of love and healing to others, instead of like being in despair and everything. Like, how can I elevate myself? So when I just take a moment just to be revived and make the connection and like go in there and just feel that energy of that love and know that's where my faith is strengthened, that no matter what's going on, what elements that's happening outside of me, that I can nurture and love on the elements that's within us, because we have that capability. We have that ability. Like, God is within us. God loves us in that. So when I stand in that, that's why I'm standing up. Because when I stand in that, I'm standing in the all knowing that greater things, that this too, first of all, shall pass. But there's victory within this storm.
You know, I love this conversation. Lisa and I, we were talking a little bit earlier about stress and how it can really make you sick, and I understand that, but and I understand we're in this time right now where we have this virus going on, and it's stressful, but then there's other stressors in life. There's still those bills, and there's still a lot of things that you know that people worrying about, including myself. Like I said, I'm blessed that I'm still working, but the bills are still coming. The bills are still coming, and it seems like it's coming furiously right now. The collection agencies, they're still calling. They took a break, but they're back again, and your car payment, and you're this and you're that, and you don't want to be stressed over the virus at all. You want to have the faith, but what do you do with just your regular life things that are happening still at the same time? I do have faith, and I do have hope, and I do have peace, and I do have joy, and I know I'm never alone. But at the same time, I'm human. So for me, I'm going to worry about some things, and I'm going to try to knock them out with meditation and push them to the side. But they're still there.
Oh, no doubt.
They're still there.
And they will always be there.
Hmm.
The bills didn't come no faster. They came on the first.
Yeah, yeah.
Same time last. They did last one. Car payment still due around the same time as
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
month.
Yeah.
But the way that we choose to be in it is what makes a difference. Because the stress is built up within us. Because we can have a natural disaster, we can have a natural environmental crisis. However, how one deals with it is the difference. It's an individual basis, and we're all going to deal with it differently. Sometimes people say, "Well, I'm not Miss Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy, and I'm not going to do all this stuff." No, like I have my moments where I'm not happy, happy, joy, joy neither. But then I start to say, well, I could choose to be happy, happy, joy, joy, because happiness is not something that's down the street from me.
Right.
Happiness is when I decide that I'm just going to choose to be happy. That the circumstances don't have to dictate how I am, but the circumstances can just be the circumstances, and I have to just know how I'm going to navigate through this. So, yep, you're absolutely right, and like that's why I love the conversation. I love because everybody have a different perspective, but like we all have the ability, like we're this energy field. We're this system of things that come in us, and it can flow through us. We see sometimes we'll block the energy from flowing through because we're like nah this is happening. This is a crisis. And so you know that's it. That's all.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's all how we kind of like deal with it. So meditation, like you talked about, and prayer and reading your scriptures and whatever your rituals are can be a useful tool in helping you to just manage your field of energy within you.
And calling people maybe you haven't called in a long time,
Yep.
and connecting with. At first, they said that this came that the people who were older people, senior citizens, were quick to get sick from this. Now, they told us a whole lot of things that have panned out not to be necessarily true. So, so that says to me they really don't know. They're still trying to find out. But we know who does know, and just making contact with people that you haven't talked to in a long time. I had an old boyfriend who called me today. I said, "Well, look at the virus eating you up.
All right.
What's going on? You thought I was dying, or you thought you was dying? What was that? What's that?" But but at any rate, just calling people because I was glad to hear him, to talk to him, and he was glad to talk to me, just to talk about life. So just calling people and calling them grandmoms and moms. Like I call Lisa all the time. I know it's nerve wracking sometimes because I get, Julie, I'm a little special, so I'll be like, you know what, Lisa? I'm talking to myself now. You know what, Lisa? You're not gonna worry me. You need to tell me what's going on. It's like, let me tell you what she did, Julie.
Okay, I need to hear it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. So
That's what she does.
yesterday, I'm calling her. All week, I'm calling her. Okay. So I said, Lisa, what's going on? Well, Mom, I'm getting this done. I'm getting that done. And then she said, and it's so uncomfortable. The pain is uncomfortable. I said, uncomfortable? What do you mean uncomfortable? It's uncomfortable. Now, you and I would say, oh, Mom, it hurts. It just hurts. No, it's uncomfortable. I said, this girl here, uncomfortable. So when she goes to the doctor and explains the situation, she says, oh, it's uncomfortable. No, she needs to say, this is hurting me, Doc. I don't know what's wrong, but that's Lisa. And I have to accept that Lisa's like that. So I was telling a friend of mine, he said, that's how you would do, Sally. She's just like, you don't get out of whack. You're real cool when stuff is going crazy. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. But I'm more concerned about my children than I am about myself at this point because I want them to be okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Sally. I was just saying, I'm learning so much more about me right now. I'm learning my deal breakers. I'm learning what I'm willing to accept. I'm learning some great new things about me. And I'm learning that I am missing a lot of people that I have not spoken to. And you're right, I'm going to make those phone calls or try to reconnect with some of my friends.
Zoom 'em.
Yeah, well, I'm going to Zoom them. I'm going to Facebook message them. I'm going,
Google
and I
Hangout
still
with
have
them?
some phone. I still have some phone numbers. Marion's King. I didn't forget you. You know I love you so dearly, so I'll be reaching out to you. I know she's on my Facebook page. I do have to say I told you that I've been getting some phone calls, so I have to say thank you for Sister Gina Bennett for calling me and having a beautiful conversation today. It was so unexpected but so needed. So I definitely have to say thank you to her because she really, really lifted me up and she gave me some hope and in my future. But you're right. It's some folks I'm gonna call, and if they answer, they answer. If they don't, that's okay too. I want to love on everyone, and I know when I come out of this, I'm gonna come out of this so much better, and hopefully better for other people too, because I want to be more serving and more loving to more people.
And that's the message. If anything that we don't give to, if we can give you anything, this is just a message of hope.
Yes.
This
yes,
is a
yes,
message of you are not alone. Just because you may feel a little isolated, you do not have to be alone. Like it's amazing how the virtual community has elevated.
Yes. Yes.
You know, whether it's NA, AA, there's so many, and like I'll give this information to Julie so she can post it on our
Please
page,
do.
so you
Yes.
can have access to it. But there's so many virtual communities out here, so you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be alone in your suffering. You don't have to be alone in your silence. If you're afraid because you don't know, because you're not sure how you're going to look to others, listen, know that you are not alone. It doesn't. You don't even like even virtually. You don't have to be seen.
That's
you can
right.
do a
That's
You can
right.
do a teleconference.
That's right.
like this is the time and age. I call it like treatment for dummies and recovery for dummies and socialization for dummies. like so whatever your thing was, like I don't want to go out. If you have a phobia of going out, you don't even have to go
out
out.
your house, yeah.
If you got a computer and you can just get online. There's so many virtual communities. So I'm just here to support you and love you. If you always wanted to know like how do you meditate, what kind of different meditation, there's so many virtual meditation groups out here, that's just giving love and support and like just to elevate your spirit. So you don't have to be alone. No matter what's going on, whatever challenges, there's mother groups, there's mother groups and parent groups that's out here because listen, I know you never were certified in homeschooling. they just sent the paperwork home, and now you're getting this quick education on being a teacher. Like a lot of people, there's a lot of parents. So like you can build communities that's going to support one another. Like how do you get this done? We talked about it last week. Like there's people who might not be as knowledgeable to information and just want some help but don't know how to reach out. Create a group.
That's right. That's right.
You can create a Google Hangout group. You can create a Zoom group. Y'all overloading Zoom, but you can do a Zoom group. There's so many other groups. FaceTiming people. Sometimes I get on Messenger. Just today, I got on Messenger and one of the groups that I'm a part of. I say I just want a high five, and I just hit the video button accidentally on purpose. I just want a high five from everybody, and just some fun stuff. This don't have to be dreary. Like just do some fun, crazy stuff. Go out back. If you got a backyard, you can go out back and just jump around and just videotape yourself acting a fool. Just doing something like if the sun is shining, get some vitamin C off the sun.
Have you done that video yet?
Huh?
Have you done that video yet?
I don't even know what the video is.
Jump around?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
So, but just go out and
I know, right?
have some fun. I'm seeing people doing push-ups. My grandson,
push-up
he's
challenge,
like
yes.
6 or 7, and oh my goodness, my grandson is just, he got like a man's body. He's just so muscular, and he's so young, and he was doing a challenge.
I want to challenge you, Lisa, to do.
Oh, here we go. Here she go.
I want to challenge you to do 20 squats a day.
Okay.
Just start with what you can, but the goal is 20. You too, Julie. Let's do 20 squats a day.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
I got a
She's
squat
talking about
machine.
some-
So. I got
let's
a
start
DB
right
method
now.
squat machine. I could do 20.
Okay.
I could do 20.
All right. All right.
And so we can't just do one. So let's do 20 squats a day, and let's do 10 sit-ups.
Okay.
All right. 20 squats.
So we got to do this on the honor system, huh?
No videotape. No honor system. We got videotape. No, because I might lie.
Ooh.
I might lie and say, yeah, I did it, or I don't feel like it. No.
Well, I have a question, Lisa, because you said some of these virtual sites, and I see you have papers in front of you. Can you give us some examples of some of the virtual sites? I'm definitely going to post it. Thank you
Yes,
very
okay.
much, Lisa.
Yes. Yes, I can. So, so there's online and Skype meetings. Narcotics Anonymous have a www.na.org and meeting search.
Mm-hmm.
So you can check that out. There's Alcoholics Anonymous. They also have a AA-innergroup.org.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's also, see, there's groups that you probably was like, there was never one in my community. Here, let me give you this one. Marijuana Anonymous
Mm. Mm.
is at ma-online.org. So in the rooms online recovery meetings is www.intherooms.com/home/
Well, I see that you're looking at a paper that says SAMHSA
yes.
on it. So would it be an easier way to find it through them?
So Julie is going to post this
Yes, I
on
am.
our site. So
Mhm.
SAMHSA is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration, and this is where I
You pulled
actually
that up. Mhm.
pulled this out. Actually, it was sent to us through an email. There's Sober City, www.sobercity.com. There's even Smart Recovery as well.
That's
Um,
a faith-based.
yes, which is self management and recovery training, which is smart. You can it's at smart www.smartrecovery.org/community. So there are so many, and we're going to post some, post the rest of them there. And it's like I said about the meditation. Deepak Chopra has the Chopra Center at chopra.com. So you can there's so like I said there's so many different recovery centers and resources that you can connect with. Once again, you never have to be alone.
Mm.
You don't have to be
And
alone.
don't forget our senior citizens. The women and men, the older, are I don't even like senior citizens, but our seasoned citizens,
Mhm.
because they get forgotten. They just
Mhm.
get forgotten. And then they're lonely and they get depressed and all those things. Um, the more birthdays you have, the more I'm speaking from experience. The more birthdays you have, the more challenges you have within your own mind. It's not so much what other people say to you; it's what you say to yourself.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Then things like, "I'm getting old. Don't nobody care nothing about me. Who cares
Mhm.
if I take a bath or not? Who
Mhm.
Right.
cares if I eat? Who cares?"
Right.
So it's like reaching out to people. You may not even know them, but just reaching out and letting people know that they're loved because they
Mhm.
are loved. And as long as
Absolutely.
they're on the earth, as long as God still has them here, there's a purpose for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Thank
they
you.
get kicked to the curb all the time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I'm just very aware and conscious of that, as well as the kids. So we have a lot of things we can do. Is just pick one. What do you want to do?
Absolutely.
Where's God? Where's God leading you? How is God leading you to do? What's He
Absolutely.
telling you to do?
That's
Because
right.
it's more than ourselves. When I don't feel good until when I leave my house. Sometimes it's a challenge to leave because I want to lay in the bed or whatever. But when I leave and go help somebody at the office, I'm so happy when I come back.
Mhm.
Like I
Absolutely.
help somebody, give somebody some hope, like you're
Right.
saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a question here in the studio.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Lisa
Hi.
Diane Hall here. Just want to commend you both on what a great job you're doing on your broadcast.
Thank you.
And I came in because since we're having all this time on lockdown
Mm.
with our loved ones, and you notice that they have a drinking problem, like how do you tactfully, say to people like this is a problem and that you need to seek help, because you know I've literally seen a person very close, near and dear to my heart, who's on telecommute right now, just sitting home, drinking all day, just all day, and I'm trying to say, this isn't good. And how do you tactfully, you know,
what do you say to a person to get them to be even open to the fact that they might need counseling?
Right. You want to tackle that, Ms. Marks?
Do I want to tackle it? Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know what? This thing when you first started, sometimes people know they have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They know they have a problem, but knowing how to deal with it. So maybe one of the things that you can say to them is, how can I help you? Because it's bothering me seeing you drink yourself to death like this. Like this. Do it with love and compassion. And I want to get you the help you need. And call Lisa and have her set up an intervention, if you will. She'll talk to people over the phone for sure. But yeah, doing something like that. Let's do it with love.
Absolutely. Because a lot of times, and that was a great point that you brought out. Because a lot of times when we present ourselves as a family member or someone that's close to us, I know for me, there was many people that was very close to me that wanted to get me help, but I was very open to that. And sometimes when it's another person that and you're doing it out of love, and we're asking some significant questions that might stimulate something in them to say, well, maybe I can look into this. It's like I said, we talked about earlier, like this is a great time, because treatment is so available. Sometimes not even having to leave your home, but sometimes if necessary, if it's escalated to a point of dependency and there's medical attention that needs to be addressed, then that's definitely possible as well. But you're absolutely right. I will be available.
Okay.
For
Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa, I can remember that
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
Great
But
advice.
she's right there with you. You know what I mean? She's right there in Atlantic City in that area with you. But I'd be more than willing to talk to somebody, because you know what? What I truly believe is that sometimes people don't think they have a purpose anymore,
Right.
and so their purpose becomes drinking until it's over. Because in the back of their minds, it's like, one day this is going to be over. They know it's going to kill them. They know it just like you and I know it. But death is welcomed in their minds. So we have to, some kind of way, reach them to a place where you say, maybe just ask them, tell me how it was when you were growing up. Or just talking about something other than the drinking to help them know that you care about them as a person.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that advice.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's interesting that like someone just called me a couple days ago and we was talking about the exact same thing, even with their child having some issues with substance abuse and not being able to see, like despite the multitude of overdoses that they've experienced, they feeling like, I don't really have a problem. I was just selling the stuff, or I just needed a little break, or whatever the case may be. And as a loved one, you witness that, and you see the experience, and you see the devastation. But it's interesting. It's just like I use this scenario. It's like somebody that's a hoarder, and they have collected a bunch of stuff, and over the years, and then you come along, and you're like, oh my goodness, look at this mess. This is just a travesty. And now you want to come in and you want to clean it all up. You want to fix it all up, and then you look at the end product. You're like, look at what I've done, and they're looking like, you've stolen my stuff. You have taken everything from me. Now they're mad at you because you've taken everything from, because what somebody else sees on the outside as this is how can you even live like this? To them, it's comfortable. It's doable. So now when you remove all that stuff, all the stuff, then you have unveiled all the sores.
Wow.
All the hurts and all the all the breakages and all the things that they've been trying to cover up for so long. So it's far deeper than just I know that we want to take away, or we want to reduce the use of the alcohol or the substances, but what happens is sometimes people are so afraid of unveiling the pain.
Wow.
Just like this time right now, people are going through the transition of being home, and what I find is interesting, what we're transitioning into is being with ourselves. See, I have 2 jobs. I have a couple of jobs, right? I'm not running all out to all of them like I was. So I have to be uncomfortable sometimes with just being with me, and being with the uncomfortability of dealing with me, because I can't run away from me. So now I'm starting to get into the place of like, wow, what an awesome me there is to be. You know, and so now I can't elect to use a drug. I can't use food or anything. Like I would love to, but it's not helping me. And yep, I felt uncomfortable. And that's the way I can. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like I hear people say gallstones is painful and this and another. And I'm like, this is uncomfortable. It's like how you pregnant for the women when you pregnant and the baby is on your ribs. That uncomfortability. Like you just feel like if you just move over here just a little bit, I'll feel a little bit better. It might not. It's not like it's painful and it's devastating, but you're just feeling that pressure. So like she said, just people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And sometimes people like she said, people feel like there's no purpose, and so if you can just be the love and light, it may guide them out of the darkness.
Amen.
All right. So that's done.
No, you keep going.
All right.
If you can do that, and you can do that, It may sound like, I don't know. Just say a prayer before you do it. And ask God to guide you on what to say. I've been counseling for over 4 years, and I promise you that before I start talking to people, I ask God, who knows them better than I ever will, to guide my mouth.
Amen.
To say the